We went to 5 locations. These were cameras on loan from Scott, WFW. And we put cameras up at a driveway in Arrowleaf, way up, west of Mazama, the Arrowleaf development. There's a driveway, which is often a well-used corridor for animals. And then we put one on just south of the Weeman Bridge on the private property that has both sort of more open old ag on one side and riparian on another side. It was sort of near the riparian area at the end of a little natural spring-fed pond. And then we put 2 on the Heath property, so that big, beautiful riparian property that's on the east side of Big Valley. We put 2 in there in 2 different spots. And then we put 1 down in Perigin, real close to the campground parking lot, the new parking lot that they were opening this winter, right off the parking lot, right near the pond, but down a little mini side channel, right along, actually it was Perigin Creek, where it wouldn't get a lot of people. Like there's a lot of trails out there, so we didn't put it on the trail system. So those were the spots. And some of the cameras, we had both video and still, and some were just stills. I don't think any of them were just video. So I'm going to go through the videos first, because it was fun. And then we'll do a few stills.
You said none of the cameras were baited?
None of the cameras were baited. There were no lures, no scents, no bait. So yeah, you'll see. I was surprised. I think I sent you guys some notes. I have to run over there to get them in terms of how many images, but we had, I want to say, like 1,200, a little over 1,200 stills and around 400 and something videos. And I'm pretty certain that the Perigin one, which was stills only, something happened to it and it stopped working sometime semi-shortly after we put it up. So we would have had even more. But yeah, I was somewhat surprised by what we didn't see, partly because maybe it wasn't baited. But I've also heard from numerous biologists, and if you're on Dana's list, you might have seen it just recently. When you put a camera, or if you're walking through an area, a lot of times it can take days before animals will revisit that area. So I saw that in some of these, there was nothing for a week or more, and then all of a sudden the animals would come back. So I think some sites are more used to people, like you'll see on the Heath property, where you think it's super remote, but there's so many people down there on such a regular basis that it didn't seem to bother the wildlife. But other sites, it seemed like.
Were some cameras just video cameras, or how did it decide to take a video?
It's all within the camera, yeah, it's all part of the wildlife cam setup. But I'm just gonna start these, and so this was right off the bat in Arrowleaf. This is in that driveway. This was the very first video, besides us putting it up. Oh, wait. Okay, you can barely see this one, but it is going to come back. Oh, it's a girl. So 2 different coyotes, and you can see the date and time at the bottom. That looks like a deer leg, but I also like that you can just watch how the coyote move. All of us that like to go out and track and look at the gait patterns. That is a classic coyote. So these were a bunch of different days, different times, and in between these images were a lot of cars and a lot of people. Yeah. So I think we're going, okay, this is Heath, what I call Heath East, down near the furthest east little pond. And I'm sparing you from the about 20 other deer videos. But it's kind of fun just to see how they move. What are they doing? There was a lot of this. I'm showing you a short clip of these guys.
That's a buck.
Yeah, you could tell some of them were females and some of them were bucks. I could tell just by looking at the amount of. Well, there were some of them had little things. Oh, so okay. Did you guys see that?
No.
Okay, I'll stop talking.
It's really quick.
Okay, watch this. Oh, bobcat. What was that?
Let's go to the beginning and pause it.
Yeah.
No, hold on. You're gonna see it again. Oh, okay, now it's coming.
Backwards.
Sorry.
There.
Yeah. You'll see more of that. And
You're in the daylight.
so watch, I don't have the audio on this, but you see that deer? She was she's stomping and snorting. And she's looking at the deer behind her. But
the other one's stomping.
They did this for a little bit. They must have sensed something. And then there was a lot of this all day long. Browsing, browsing, browsing. Oh, more deer. Lots of deer. So it's clearly a lot of whitetails, which weren't in this section of the valley really much at all about 10 years ago. Beautiful big tail. I was surprised we never saw any of them with their tail like fully up, which I walk my dogs, and when the dogs, lots of browsing, when the dogs startle the deer, even on a leash, the deer will, as many of you might see, raise their tail, but they also fully fan it out. I mean, it's almost like a peacock tail sometimes. They fully fan it out and stand up straight. Pretty fun to watch. Okay, lots of browsing. Skip ahead. More browsing. But they would paw at the ground. You can see just how they're trying to move through this deep snow. They would paw in those brushes, in the brush there, and try to get at some fresher stuff down below. Ooh!
Oh, cougar!
Watch it. Ooh. Look at that tail. Okay, we'll see that one again. This is just beautiful. This is the other heath spot. This was a little further west, wrapped around the other side of the property. There's a trail junction here, and there's actually, in the far left side, a little bit of a stream and water section. So I thought we'd get a fair bit here. This is the very first thing we got. It's deep, the same night. I think it's the same day. I didn't look at this, but that is a buck, and that's a big muley. Does not look like a whitetail to me. So mule deer on the other side of the property. The next day, walking through the very deep snow, pretty difficult to walk in. And then there's this. There's a lot of this. And then the same day,
Bobcat.
so this is the exact same day. This was during the day, and this was at night. That was a bobcat. And so just watch. Keep watching. There's some squirrels. Okay, this guy came through at 11:30 in the morning with his people, and 45, I'm like, what are they doing out there? That is like not easy to speak on. And 45 minutes later, he's going to turn around here in a minute. You get to see him better, her or him. So those are 45 minutes apart on the same day. This is down at the, that's Little Coyote. This was the one south of Wheelan Bridge of the McDonald property. I have a couple stills of that creature, but literally the entire rest of the camera was filled with that. Lots of that. And I think that's it. I think we're up, and then we're back to the coyote. So let me just pull up my stills. Okay. So this was that one coyote. We set this camera up on, I want to say February 6th, something like that. February 5th? 5th? February 5th. Do you guys see the date on that? 2/18. It took 2 weeks for this camera to show anything, even squirrels. This is south of the Wheelan Bridge, just barely, just a little south, just on this, barely on the south side. So they sit stills, and so the entire rest of this camera was filled with this squirrel. Probably the same squirrel. And I took like some of the best pictures. There were hundreds of pictures. Oh, what's that?
For gate of observation.
It is. No, it is. You know, there he's got a little pine cone or a Doug fir cone. He probably has a Doug fir cone. But yeah, I mean, look at that guy bounding. I mean, it was pretty fun to watch these, but I'm like, okay, they don't need to look at hundreds of pictures as well. Okay. I'm calling Heath West. So yeah, just some nice pictures. There was some beautiful deer in there. And hello. There's that cougar that sauntered into the camera. Wow. Nice pictures of the tail.
So is it set to do a video and still?
Yeah. So just to show you know, this was the 21st, this was the 24th. So here's this dog on the 24th. So again, that was 11:30. And here's our beautiful coyote about 45 minutes later. And there's the dog again, 15 minutes after the coyote. So this was 12, so not even, this was 12:17, and this was 12:31. So do you think that dog knew that the coyote had gone through there?
Didn't look like it, did
He
it?
doesn't seem to, that golden retriever doesn't seem here. This was the one, these pictures are hilarious. There's 3 of these. You guys can, do you know what that is? You can probably, so there's your hair. They are fast. Look at this thing. That's all I got in one video clip. Or that's 3 videos. I mean, that's 3 stills, obviously. Okay, and then we'll go to the other Heath.
Oh, yeah.
The other Heath spot. And we'll start you off something with the deer. Lots of deer. Oh, and I'm like, what the heck is this? Is it a bird? Or is it a squirrel? I have no idea. That's good.
Look at that tail.
I think it's a bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at the next one back there.
This one?
The tail is.
Yeah. So that was, I don't know what that was.
Oh.
Nice.
There's that bobcat that we saw a glimpse of. Or maybe, yeah, because this was during the daytime. So this is 3:30 in the afternoon. So we have a few of them here, and then I'll try to zoom in. It's not going to look really nice, but just remember our sort of quiz of between lynx and bobcat. And you see that, you know, tiny little ear tufts. And yes, there's a face ruff, but just based on the size of the animal, and you can't see its feet, but super spotty. Kent, are they always this spotted?
No, I've never seen one with striking legs like that.
Yeah. But that was fun. And we've seen a lot of these tracks in this area, so of course we knew they were there. And so this was the same day. This was, that's why I left those deer in there, because this is the 13th of February at 3:30 in the afternoon, and then just a couple hours later, you know, the deer are right there. And then same day again, this is still on the 13th, is this lovely coyote. I think I have a couple pictures of him. But just all in one day, in the same exact spot. It's kind of amazing that this spot is. And then a few days later, this is a different day. But that might be the only image of that. And then that's a different day. So it's the same, like they're on the exact same trail. They're on the exact same path. So that's on the 17th, coyote, or the cougar. And then the coyote is coming through on the 19th. And then there's that tail. Yeah, it's so beautiful. Okay, and then more coyotes on the 25th. Cougar again on the 3rd of March. It's probably the same cougar if it's, you know, traveling this zone. I think that's it.